I worked as a bank teller for a few years, and on this one particular day, I counted more $1 million checks than I could remember. It was one after the other, one after the other. And I'm sitting there thinking, it hits me, man, you're depositing millions of dollars for people that you don't even know, and you're sitting here making minimum wage. And then I look around, everybody, just wearing face masks. It's just middle of that shit that happened. And I'm like, man, these people are sleeping. They're building other people's dreams while neglecting their own. There's only a few times a year when people in like a corporate setting are happy. It's usually like Fridays or before holidays. It hits me like, man, I don't want my life to go by being like Jessica over there, for example. She's been here for 25 years, breaking her back to build and feed the bottom line of this multi-billion-dollar corporation and neglect her own dreams. And this is one of the next three things I'm going to talk about. This is how to change your life and shift your paradigms. If you're in a situation in which you hate your job, you hate your life, you hate your health, then you got to do something, because that's where the most stress and anxiety arises from. It's when your mind tells you constantly, hey man, you got to change this, you got to change this, but you're not, and you just keep putting it on the back burner. The first thing you want to do is you want to look around at who your influences are. Who are the people that are guiding you? You know, your parents, your friends, and your family members might have your best interests at heart, but if they don't have the results that you want, then why take their advice? You know, for me, example, I'm not gonna go to the gym and go up to the fat guy and ask him, hey bro, what do you eat? How do you work out? No man, I'm going to the guy that six pack shredded. He has the results that I want. I'm gonna ask him, man, what are you doing? How do you train? You know, what are the things that you do? Give me your advice, because I'm gonna write that down and I'm gonna do it. So be careful about people that spew garbage into your mind. Your friends, your family members might have your best interests at heart, but if they don't have the results that you want, why take their advice? Because your mind is the most powerful tool. If you have news, if you have like movies and you have degenerate music, literally spewing garbage into your mind, you're gonna expect garbage results from that. It's inputs equal outputs, right? The second thing you wanna do is you wanna journal your dream life. A lot of people just don't know what they want because their mind is full of just crap, just garbage. I took a year off from life, and that's the year I did the most amount of journaling, self introspection, and self development I've ever done. Because it was not like random people spewing garbage into my mind. It was the first time I was out of university. It was the first time I took a break from all the partying, all my friends, and it was a time when I just focused on myself. When you give yourself time, when you give yourself room to breathe and, and time to think, that's when you're going to be able to align yourself with your purpose. Do you want to be that person that's like 80 years old? Imagine you're 80 years old, you're on your deathbed, you're looking back at life and you're like, man, I didn't do what I wanted to do. This is something I meditate on constantly. Do I want to be 90 years old, 100 years old, and look back at life and be like, man, I'm glad I took that risk. I'm glad I did it. Because life is like this mediocrity. This is what normality is. You can live here if you're comfortable, you know, if you like your life, you're great. But for me, and I'm assuming for you as well, if you're watching this video, you want something greater than life. But to jump up from normality and mediocrity, you got to take risks. You got to do shit that's different from what everybody else is doing. Because if you do what everybody else is doing, you're gonna stay here. And if you don't take these risks, then you're just gonna stay here as well. But if you want different results, do different things. And there's people that already done it, so take their advice and do what they're doing. Let their thoughts become your thoughts, and that's how you're gonna be able to shift your paradigms and become like them. The last thing you want to do is actually make it happen. You know, it's cool to have the influences. It's great to watch audio, listen to audiobooks, watch those movies, watch those documentaries, and get around people that are successful, healthy, wealthy. They have the lives that you want to live. But if you don't make it happen, if you don't take action on it, then it's not going to work. So, yeah, get your influences in order. Get around people. It could be physically, it could be online, it could be just anything. Just start off, just like start watching YouTube videos about people that you like and have success that you want, and start implementing some of their advice, and then write down what you want in life. Get clear on what your dream life looks like. Okay, is it like, do you want to lose 10 pounds? Okay, great. Do you want to get healthy? Do you want to come off like garbage foods? Do you want to start eating clean? Okay, that's one part of it. Then write out like what other things you want in life. Where do you want to live? How much money do you want to be making? What kind of partner do you want? You know, what kind of car do you want to drive? This might sound like materialistic and stuff to you, but like if you don't know what you want, then the world is just going to give you uncertainty as well. Because life is just a reflection of what's in your mind. If your mind is full of like randomness and just scattered thoughts, then life's gonna give you that as well. If you get clear on what you want, that might be materialistic, it may not be. That's depending on what you want. You gotta write it down. And then making it happen. Persisting. Okay, now you know what you want. You know people that have it. Okay, great. Now make a plan to do it. If you want to start an online business, if you want to have more time freedom, location freedom, okay, how are you going to do that? Are you going to start your online business up and then start tapering down your full-time job, or maybe get a part-time gig and then invest most of your time in getting your online business started? Or even if it comes to your health, like whatever it is, right? Like, how are you going to do it? How are you actually going to make it happen? The first two steps are great. This is where, like, yeah, there's a lot of books behind me, and a lot of people are like, oh, I read a lot of books. Great. What about your life? Has it changed? What's the point of reading 10, 20, 30 books a year when your life is like the same as it was 10 years ago? The only thing that matters at the end of the day is action, is implementation. Let's face it, there's a lot of successful people out there that don't even read. But there's also a lot of unsuccessful people out there that read like, have read thousands of books. So don't be one of those people that just reads and puts everything in theory. The practical is what matters. How are you going to make it happen? Persist, get up every day, make a list of stuff that you got to do to get to your desired life. How are you going to achieve that life? Yeah, okay, you got to start making YouTube videos. You got to start uploading content. You got to get clear on how are you going to be helping people, right? There's no such thing as something for nothing. You can't just wake up one day and be like, I'm gonna be a millionaire. Yeah, you can be. Have that set your mind's eye on that goal, like you already have it. Feel it right now. But reverse engineer how to get there. How are you gonna be providing people value? How are you gonna be changing people's lives? How are you changing the world? This is the beautiful part about entrepreneurship. It's not just the money is the bonus. It's about you getting up every single day and loving what you do. Genuinely loving what you do, and everything else just aligns. So if you're stuck in life right now and you're in a situation that you're like, man, I can't live like this anymore, then take these 3 steps. Do them right after this video and look back in like 3 months, 6 months time and watch how much progress you're gonna have made by that time. Other than that, alternative is always there. You can keep living here, but not a lot of people want to live here. They just get comfortable. If everybody else is here and you're listening to everybody else, you're just gonna stay here. If you want to jump up, listen to people that have jumped up, take their advice, implement, and get it done. Peace.